All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Frieren, episode 22. 3-day break.
3-day break.
Okay.
Let's get some time with the trio. Having some time also with them, maybe just hang out. Also potentially speaking in a much more just calm manner with some of the other combatants.
Yeah.
Would be kind of nice. I wouldn't mind going to the bar for a drink with Denkin. And then maybe finding out, what's Richter's deal, Like,
Sure.
I think that having, like, that kind of time where we can go back to that little bit of the way that the show used to be before we got here would be really nice.
Yes.
Just kind of reminding us that, hey, we're going to hold these two aspects of the show in tandem somehow.
Right. We're not giving up one thing to get the other. We're getting that in addition to the way that things were.
And yeah, it was awkward and clunky to set it up, but hey, sometimes you need to, add some things into the story.
Yeah, experimenting.
Yeah, experiment, or at the very least, showing that while this might be a way that other people see magic, this isn't the way that Frieren sees magic.
Yeah.
And this might inherently cause some conflicts that are of a larger nature, but ultimately, Frieren's learned what she's learned, and she's still learning, but maybe she has something to give to people like this.
I would love to see Frieren disrupt, not like the technical aspects of like who wins the tests or things like that, because of course that's going to happen, right?
Yeah.
But like the philosophies that people have where they're like, wait, okay, yeah, she's Frieren, so take everything she does with a grain of salt because she's legendary. But like, could we learn some things from her?
Mm-hmm. We already saw Luina and Kane actually learn some things, so I would love to see that continued. So y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. Calling it now. If the 6 nobodies die only, I'm gonna laugh hysterically. Oh.
All right, Fern pout face in 3, 2, 1.
お、フェルン、一級魔法使いの試験に行ってたんじゃ。
第一次試験が終わって昨日の夜に帰ってきました。
I'm not mad, just disappointed. There we go.
That's so cute. Hey. Yeah.
You're not one to talk.
Yep. Yeah. Catching strays.
Okay.
Yeah. Feed her. Yeah. Just feed her. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, it's like ancient and old now.
Yeah. Ooh.
Is it Richter's shop?
All right.
Frieren, I said a place to eat, not a place to get more spells.
They have coffee there.
Yeah. Lembas, Elvish Waybread.
There's like sugar cubes or something.
Yeah.
Donut.
I'm still the bruises to show for it.
たなリヒター。なら飯でも一緒にどうだ。
Yes.
だが、わしとラオフェンでは土地勘がなくてな。
そもそもラオフェン、なぜ電剣と一緒にいる？その食ってるものはどうしたんだ？
じいさんに買ってもらった。あげないよ。
おいおい、完全に孫じゃねえか。帰れ。俺たちはもうパーティーじゃない。
I made a pretty good combo, though.
芸術がなっておらんな。魔法使いとして生きていくのなら、わしの機嫌は取っておいて損はないぞ。
飯屋なんかいくらでもある。適当に入れ。
Go away.
まと生前妻と一緒に行った店でな。その味が忘れられん。
I'm looking for a specific place.
おごりだろうな。
当たり前だ。
What? I'm the Imperial
Yeah.
Mage. Yeah, come on, bro. Like,
I got deep pockets.
Richter's the kind of guy that takes everything way too seriously all the time.
Yes.
Oh my god.
This is the, like, engaged sympathies with all the other people that survived.
メガネくん、
ユーベル。
はじめましてだね。街中ではさすがに分身じゃないんだ。
That's what you think.
歩きながらでもいいかな。
いいけどさ、走って逃げたりしたら殺しちゃうかも。
I'm already 100 feet away.
一つ質問いいかな。君ってさ、人を殺すことを何とも思ってないでしょ。なんでビアベルを殺さなかったの？殺すチャンスあったでしょ。
難しい表現なんだけどさ、共感しちゃったからかな。私も殺すまでの猶予が欲しくなった。
体が動かない。これは
ソルガニール。見たものを拘束する魔法。その人が得意とする魔法は人生や人間性に大きく関わっている。私は昔からそうなんだ。共感できることでその魔法が
Wow.
Oh.
Creepy.
ない魔法は使えない。メガネ君、君の分身は本人と同一の機能を持つほどの完璧な複製だ。
Oh,
I want
君は
that.
何を思ってどんな人生を歩んできたの？
I want that a lot.
なるほどね。君って感覚で
Yeah, that's why she wanted to hear about Fern's stuff as well.
そういう頭の足りない子嫌いなんだよね。
答えになっていないよ。
気に食わないから教えてやんないって言ってるんだよ。別に僕を殺したっていいよ。そんなことをしたら二度と共感はできない。
Although she
Yeah,
might be
you
able to
won't,
empathize with that.
いや、いいよ。君という人間が少し分かった気がする。
そう。
もっと知りたいかな。これからどこに行くつもりだったの？
さあね。ついてくるなよ。
I don't like you.
妻とここを訪れたのは50年も前だが、当時の雰囲気のままだ。
They wouldn't happen to have gone there at the same time.
本当ですか？
Oh, as many as I want.
It's a rather cheap bribe, all things considered.
Yes, yes.
Nice.
Omurice!
And a big one.
Everyone's happy.
Yep.
よし、食いためる。
That is a
Frieren,
lot of
I-
steak, Frieren. God damn.
様ってたまにこういうことしますよね。
Frieren is not listening to you anymore.
She's like, hey, I did have to work hard to break that barrier.
Yes. Wow. Oh, one of their side quests. Oh, and he's the one that had the omurice, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Okay.
I'll hold you to that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but it's not true. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ooh.
Huh. Nice. That's my reward for doing this this quest of bringing your blade
Yep.
back.
Tastes just the same.
Or is she scared to eat it because
Oh,
she's not sure if it's going to be...
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh. Yeah. Yeah.
But maybe that's because you've changed.
もっと美味しい味を探す手間は省けた。
Hey.
Cool.
It's way better. Nice.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, gotta say. Just added to raise her sugar levels.
We're broke now.
手作りなくなっちゃった。
Oh, she sounded so sad.
But even hearing that wasn't enough to.
よくぞ部の真髄までたどり着いた。
You've become empty.
おお、何もない。
So now you are ready to be filled with anything and everything.
あのおじいさん誰？
知らない人なんか修行してると話しかけてくる。
シュタルクって変な人に好かれる。
That would
Yeah.
be so funny if he's just like...
Ah, yes, that's right. Good job.
Yeah.
何があったんだ？
It's like that one guy in School Rumble.
Oh, now she's pouting again. She found out that you used your savings.
Yeah. It's Frieren's fault. Yep.
Ah. That's, yeah.
That is exactly
Uh-huh.
who she is.
Just be like, hey, Fern, let's go shopping together.
That was unreasonable. Oh, uh-oh, we're developing a monster
Yeah,
here.
no, she's learned
Yeah.
that she can manipulate them to get her desserts.
Yeah. What if we go back to questing so that we can pay for Fern's snack addiction now?
Yeah, sorry, we can't continue the exam. We don't have enough money for snacks.
北部魔法隊のビアベルだっけ？
お前戦士だろ。
ちょっと何ですか
どうだ。
何
Right, you're looking at me like that.
ダメだな、こいつじゃ。
何やってんだ？
I feel violated.
He's scouting recruits.
Aww.
Okay.
Oh, shoot.
They coordinated very well.
They did. Ah, gotcha. What? What are you doing? Oh. She's like, I don't know why, but my heart just skipped like 4 beats there. Fire and ice, baby. Red and blue. This is what we call being deeply closeted, my dear children. Like,
She's so far in the closet she found Narnia.
yeah. She found the world of Ruby. She's cosplaying Vice. You know?
Yeah. Oh, uh-oh. She's literally just standing in the corner.
To stare at one thing. No, sure. Ah.
ちょうどよかった。宿に遊びに行こうかと思っていたところなんだ。
誰なの？
一次試験で同じパーティーだった子たちだよ。
フリーレンにはたくさん助けてもらったんだよ。あとね、先生みたいだった。
Yeah.
二人が喧嘩するせいでね。
ラビーネが悪い。
女の子ばっかりで居心地悪いな。
I'm even more outnumbered. Oh, my
Oh!
God.
Oh,
Yes,
of
of
course.
course.
Yep.
Uh-huh. Ah, good stock, good battle.
Hello.
Yeah.
This guy has what we call BDE.
He's just feeling up his thighs.
Go right ahead. Yeah.
Wow.
I'll be fine. Hey, well, Stark's gonna now be involved in things. So.
Yep.
Love that.
なんてもらうようなことしてないよ。
いや、
Yeah.
フリーレンがいなかったら私たちは第二次試験まで進め
We
なか
also
った。
probably would have
あり
died.
がとう。
Do you actually have money? I'm kind of broke right now. Oh. Yeah.
Because I'm an egomaniac that requires adoration.
Yes. That's Yep.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
誰かに少しでも自分のことを覚えていてもらいたいのかもしれない。
Past and present, yeah.
Nice.
It's good stuff. She's like, whoa. Okay,
Nice.
I get it.
Ah.
Don't talk about that. Oh.
そうだね。
Whose familiar is this?
Or is this the... Here's the next bit of info for the test?
Yeah.
次の試験の通知ですね。 第二次試験の会場と日時、それと担当の試験官の名前ですね。
試験官は前世か。ついてねえな。
Ah, the girl, yeah.
一次試験に受かったのに、どういうことですか？
前世の担当した試験は過去4回。
Okay.
No one ever
いずれも
passed.
合格者は0人だ。
Hey,
Da-doom.
maybe I was onto something, dude.
Of the, like, no one's
They're not
supposed
there to be passed, you know?
Yeah.
Just, it's a meat grinder to churn out, you know. Even if it's not, you know, something as heroic as keeping the ambitious evil people in
Right,
check.
or what I was thinking
It's
of,
just
like,
to keep
the...
competition,
Yeah,
you know, out of the whole thing.
Okay, those two becoming buds.
Yes, I kind of like
Yeah,
that.
I like that.
I like
yeah.
that, yeah.
ってひどい試験内容だ。
そう。私は平和主義者だよ。
My tests, however.
レナーとは違ってね。
Yeah. And you can only have peace when every single person goes
Yeah.
silent.
You know, if we
Forever.
kill all our enemies over there,
Uh-huh.
will we finally be Frieren, you know?
She's like, I have no enemies. They're all dead.
I'm the best kind of pacifist.
yeah.
Sometimes
Okay.
all you need is a big steak.
Or
Or 12 of them.
Or 12 of them. You know, I gotta say, I would not have, like, pegged Frieren as being the a billion steaks type of person.
But we saw the thing, like, earlier in the season.
Well,
with
the
steak,
big
remember?
the big Hamburg steak, yeah. So it's like,
Yeah.
okay, but this nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
What I really like about this is that while we have the food as the, like, kind of the thematic thing that triggered the flashback and stuff, we also had the idea of earlier, the idea that magic is something that's only, you know, best useful in terms of seeking it out.
Yeah.
But in terms of life experiences, no. In a lot of ways, life experiences are about the not just needing to constantly have to chase a new thing, but going and keep moving forward and realizing that
Things will change on
things
their
will
own.
change
Yeah.
naturally.
Right. You don't have to also hold on to the old.
Exactly.
No, like, because when it comes to restaurants, I'm very much that person that's like, no, this is the best thing, so don't get anything else. And then when recipes get changed, you can be like, oh, okay. But
Right.
that's how you get to the point where you get those fantastic recipes. Is you find something and you're like, okay, this works.
Yep.
But is there a way we can, like, mess with it to make it better? Sometimes that's just different.
This is probably the coolest
You
thing.
never know.
I've heard that after a certain point in terms of chefs, like they'll do something 500, you know, times or what have you, that they'll eventually stop measuring things. They'll just eyeball it.
Oh, sure.
Because they know, based on the way that they taste test it throughout the thing, that they can get so close, like just perfectly with just tasting, that they'll be able to be
believe
like,
it.
oh, we don't need to measure this exactly right.
Yeah.
We know that eyeballing, this is about a tablespoon, this is about, you know, a few hundred, you know, milliliters
Well, right, because
or
when
something.
you like the mastery that can come from repetition is pretty nutty. Like
Yes.
it's, you know,
It is ridiculous.
it is absolutely ridiculous. So
Like, that is why most anybody that tells you if you want to be an expert at something, just commit the hours to it.
Right.
It's just doing it over and over and over
hence
and over
why
and over again.
it's like in Frieren's case, she's so terrifying because, you know, take the normal human experience with that and then multiply it by 20. You know, right? So
Yeah, or 100.
yeah. So here we go.
Ridiculous. But okay, we have our quiet, just calm,
Mm-hmm.
let's just meander with everybody episode. And I have to say, they actually did a good job endearing me
did.
to most of all of these side combatant characters.
Yep. Like,
They definitely favored some more than the others.
Sure.
And they definitely leaned into their shticks. But the thing is, that's what I wanted initially. Is actually
Yep.
just to lean into their shticks and give them space to not just exposit at each other. And
Right.
this was that.
Yep.
So, okay. Who is your favorite of the side characters that got the focus here? Mine, I have a very, very clear favorite.
that's tough. I really did like the Weirbel, like, Stark, you know, whole thing. That was fun. I don't know if that was necessarily my favorite, but as far as the interaction that I probably liked the most, probably the illusionist, I forget his name, and and then the
That's
and then
yes,
Ubel.
Ubel and him,
Ubel
yeah.
and-
it was
and him.
Land.
Yeah. Because that was something where, like, with Richter, it's like, oh, okay, like it felt very direct of like, hey, you had this guy that's like, let's just kill the kids, right? Like, oh, okay, fine, Dinkin, I won't kill the kids, so it's like, oh, okay, it's a pretty hard initial setup to like empathize with a character like that, right? And then it's the okay, we see him at his magic shop, helping a grandma, and it's like, all right, okay, that's a dirty trick, but that works. But then going into the bit with Ubel and Land, having the whole situation of like, okay, we get to know why she behaved a bit differently than what we would have expected for her character. And that extra bit of nuance for like, no, she has like the motivational reason for it, and not in some backstory sense, but in
greedy, ambitious sense.
She
wants more magic.
Yeah. Like it feels very similar to like some of the stuff that you would get from like a Sylar type character back in the old days of Heroes, right? And it's like, awesome.
It's literally empathic mimicry, which is what Peter Petrelli used in Heroes.
Yeah, exactly, right? So, but right,
passive.
It's the fusion of the two, right? It's like, okay, that's fun, and that adds to the impact of her interactions with other characters, which I really like for a couple reasons. One, because you want to have like you want to care about the interactions between characters just
and
in
give
general,
them unique
right?
agency.
And give them unique agency.
Exactly.
But when for a character that is set up to be so fundamentally difficult to empathize with, and I still don't empathize with them, but if I can be interested in them, cool. And so here's a way in which we can feign the outcome that we would want with a character that we empathized with by making it be something where it's a mechanical benefit. Cool. Okay, nice. Is she then gonna bring up something that she learned from Fern? Cool, right? Like that's a fun thing to get there, and then to have the straight man of the illusion person that personal headcanon, he probably was actually there, but I like to think that there may have very well been a point where it's just like, nah, and then he dipped out, and he's just like, just in case she does some shit,
Right.
Like,
can he without, any kind of
have the illusion protect the
actual casting
the
of
actual
the spell.
casting of the thing or something like that.
Right.
But even if it's not,
I'm sure it releases some amount of mana that she could sense.
Yeah,
so he probably was there.
He probably was actually there, but I like the idea of them as a pair because given that he has so many abilities to make it so that he can be safe,
right?
That's a way in which they could actually interact in a way that would make sense, given that she's so like bloodthirsty and stuff,
right?
And then the idea that like he's not specifically not engaging with her because why would he? But at the same time, she might still be getting what she wants anyways.
Because he might have to engage a little bit.
Well, the very act of being like, no, I don't want to engage with you, I'm sure that's something that she can empathize with.
But whether or not that's actually him,
Yeah.
Because I think
is
that's
that
the
just
other
the
part
obfuscation of just a,
Right, because I love the idea that we have all these characters that we're going to, in some ways, have to empathize with. And my favorite one was also Ubel's as well. The idea that, I am going to pretend to care, but I actually need to make it genuine enough that I can actually learn what I need from you.
Right, like that also makes it something where it can't just be an act for her,
right?
Which makes it so that we're inherently getting at an aspect of who she is, while not taking away the fact that she's still a bloodthirsty psycho, right? Like, and so great,
right? Contradictions.
Yep.
Love them. My other one is just the idea that we have these two, Luina and Kane, who are really just, a character combo shtick, but having them be so genuine in the way that they come across to the main characters here, and then having also the subtle thing of the I am the put upon spoiled kid who has to deal with all the older siblings who are better than me and have all the success and everything like they're coming in and just being like, oh yes, you are our little doll, we will kind of play with you like you're our toy here. I kind of empathize with that a little bit, but more so the idea that in this moment here we have then her best friend or her person that she can't stand but also can't stand to be without, Kane, who then in some ways makes fun of that by then getting on one knee and being like, well then may I escort you, my lady. I love this for the setup of them just in general, but also just the ways in which if they are actually going to have to be enemies, I don't know how they would fight. Like,
Well,
I
and
think it would be so one-sided potentially, or
sure.
it would be the thing of where they would have to actually have
Well,
some interesting character interaction.
I mean,
because of that.
it's very much the thing where it's the only way that would happen is if it got to the point where it's the, you know, either they're forced to fight against each other early, like they both get in a room and it's like, all right, only one of you can get out, you know,
Sure.
or it's the they're the only two left, and now it's the okay. So now how do we handle who wins if only one person can win and we
Right,
both
right.
can't win or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did really like the bit with Luina with the explanation of her brothers. I felt like that was a concise and effective way to sort of be like, yes, okay, I understand why you are the way you are. Makes sense. You know, cool. Okay. Yeah, I don't really need more than that. You know.
Right.
Um.
But then
Yeah.
we got our time with the party. And Fern is upset because she has grown in such a way where when people are, you know, being dumbasses around her, she doesn't really have much agency to confront them because
Nope.
they've always been either taking care of her or something like that. So she's like, you know what? I'm just not going to engage. Nope, not doing this.
Silent
not doing
treatment.
this. And then, of course, they just don't like that because Fern's just so jolly and peppy.
Right.
So we have to make her feel better.
Bribe
and
her
I
with
love
sweets.
the bribing with food being the, like, it's pretty generic, but the way in which they portray the just,
Yeah, like how they sold the effect.
yes.
In addition, like because the method was fairly straightforward, right?
Right.
You know, and we've gotten to know her enough that like when it's like, all right, so this is what we're doing, right? And it's like, yeah, this, yeah,
Yeah, so just committing to it is really, really fun and allows for some silly moments. Yeah.
And there's that part of me that's like, okay, because this also is like this felt like a part of where Fern maybe got used to during the test, not needing to deal with this kind of like more mundane shit.
Yes.
Because she was dealing with like, okay, somebody on my team might want to kill me at some point, you
Yeah.
know, and like all of these other things, right? And so now that it's the, okay, you're back out of this very serious situation, but
Oh,
Frieren still won't go shopping. She'll,
You
you know,
guys have
sleep and all
learned-
that stuff.
You guys have learned nothing.
Yeah, like I go away for 5 minutes, you know, and like Stark is now like he stayed up so late, he's sleeping into the evening, like
His circadian rhythm or whatever
is
is
just
completely
borked,
fucked.
like it's
Yeah.
absolutely gone, you know, like okay.
Yeah.
And so then, yeah, when Wirbel comes along and is like, good stock, we want this one. It's just like, yes, take him.
Yes, absolutely.
Yep.
I cannot stand to look at him. How am I attracted to this? Oh.
Yeah, exactly.
And yeah, I love it as well because it's the acknowledgement of Stark having the big dick energy of being like, you're a warrior. You're fearless. You can stand on the front line. You can take a few hits. All right, cool. We'll take him. We'll pay him. We'll feed him. We'll clothe him.
Yep.
We'll bring him back to you. Lickety split. Is that good with you? Clearly, mages, you own this one, right?
Right. Yeah, right. Don't get between a mage and their front line.
People without magic don't have rights. What are you talking about? Yeah.
Well, I mean,
We've clearly displayed the martial and caster divide. We are at that point in power here where he is nothing, but you know he has a lot of HP, so we're going to put him.
We can use
right
that.
there. We can use that to kite some dumbass
go,
monsters.
bite, kill.
Yes,
you know?
right.
Yeah.
I just love it as well because Virbel might have had the most interesting concept in the way he was initially introduced, but we spent so little time with him.
Yeah,
that in some ways it's like.
And the execution
He
of the
could-
delivery of his very fun contradiction I didn't particularly enjoy.
Yeah, especially not early. Yeah.
So the fact that like, okay, now we have like a different side of him because that also was like the explanation that made the most sense to me. For some of them, it felt a bit jarring, but it's like, okay, this is what the show's wanting to do. But for Virbel, where it's the he's a military guy, so when he's on the job, it's I'm on a mission, right? But when it's the okay, now I don't have to. Now we can actually see more of like
who he is,
you know.
Yeah.
And then the idea that adds like the fact that it's based also around an ongoing interaction with one of our main three who I
Right.
really care about.
Yeah.
That makes me automatically way more invested in it because it's, you know,
Yeah, and it follows up also on the thing of the actual correct thing that she was empathizing with, which is the idea that it's hard for him to kill. In some ways, the idea of drumming up that soldier energy takes a lot out of him. It takes time to do that. So this is the natural state of him just being like, cool, I can breathe. I don't have to.
You look strong. Let's go.
Yeah,
You know.
I'm just gonna get the boys and we're just gonna go kill a big beast and eat some meat. Oh,
Yeah.
bunga, you know? like,
Big monkey.
yeah. Like, it's really simple and dumb and fun. And
Yeah.
I like characters like that also have the contradiction of somehow being an intelligent mage, where it's like, oh, wait.
Yeah.
So you didn't dump strength? No, strength fun. Unga bunga.
Yeah.
We run, we go hard.
At some points, you will run out of mana, and you need to do stuff. Yeah.
True.
But then also, because we know that Fern is a big, like, you know, low on the sun, but she's a tsundere, right?
She
She absolutely is.
Yeah.
This also is a promise of additional development of the character, because then after she had that whole thing of like, I thought I missed you for a second, and boy was I wrong. You know, now we can have the situation where maybe he's gone then for a decent amount of time, and then it's the,
I'm about to leave again for a large test and what have you, and it's potentially dangerous. Hey, Stark, I'll be back.
yeah,
You know?
you'll be there with like your circadian rhythm totally thrown off, so I can fuss over you and be like, you know,
But you better be here.
but you'll
don't
right,
go anywhere. I'll be back.
yeah,
I'm not gonna die or anything.
exactly,
Like,
and then
that would be really cute.
And then
really
if
sweet.
Stark is also specifically then developing connections with other people, where it's the, wait, hang on a second, but like, he's gonna stick with us, right?
You know, I'm with your party, right? Like I'm
yeah,
I'm not
like
ditching
we're
you guys.
we're your favorites, you know, like they're, you know, you bro down, throw down with those guys, sure, but like, that's just for the weekend, right? You know, like, so that's just another layer that makes me optimistic for that dynamic and excited to see what we get with it.
Yeah. But all right, good stuff with Frieren, trying to do the little things that she can, and to not only remember and move forward despite, you know, holding on to those memories, but also then to do things to change people's lives in a little way to make sure that she's remembered. But it's not necessarily a thing that she has to do just for herself, even though, Frieren, you do also have the personality that loves to be praised and have that little bit of like, yeah, this is nice.
Yeah.
I got candy. The sweet.
I
Snacks are really good. Yeah.
definitely like think Frieren would appreciate it if Fern was like, so Frieren,
Yeah.
how did you break that barrier? Like
Oh.
it was pretty
a
cool.
secret.
Yeah, right. I'll tell you in 50 years. God damn it.
No. Sorry, that's a bit long. I'll tell you in 30 years. Fucking.
Yeah, right. You know, pout
Yeah,
face again. Yeah.
Yeah. But all right, y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon and get on early access. There you can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel. So yeah, if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all
Next time.